Jackie here. Gonna turn this volume down. Welcome to my show, British Jackie. Now you actually may be wondering why I look a little bit different this evening. It's because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in disguise. I'm in disguise for a special investigative reporting gig I've got. It's top secret, I can't tell you. But I can tell you I am in disguise. I'm in disguise as Jody, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Jody. Jody's actually a prostitute, that's right. She works on the street, Jody. She's wonderful, very fun, very lively, very entertaining Jody. That's my disguise tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my first premiere show. Now, British Jackie, you may be wondering, what's going to happen here on British Jackie? What is British Jackie? Who is British Jackie? Who is this British Jackie? Well, that remains to be seen, but we will tell you about the show. We've got so many wonderful things planned for you over the next several months as we work through our show here on Cambridge Community Television, ladies and gentlemen. We've got guests. We're welcoming one later tonight. Hopefully he'll make it. He's on his way right now, as a matter of fact. He'll be here shortly. We've got Rejon Taylor-Foster on his way here to us, coming all the way from Worcester. So he's coming here tonight. We'll have guests every month, on Wednesdays at 8, guests every month. We'll also have very special demonstrations. If you've watched my show on clinical depression, I would finish out the last half of clinical depression. I did that on a regular basis. And what I'll do is similar to what I did there. In other words, I'll have demonstrations. We call them demonstrations in my country. I'm from the UK. That's right. We call them demonstrations. So we'll have craft demonstrations. We'll have gardening demonstrations. We'll have dramatic demonstrations. We'll have home repair demonstrations. Everything to make your life a little easier on a day-to-day basis, ladies and gentlemen. That's our goal here at British Jackie, is to make your life happier, easier, to entertain you. That's right. So we've also got some special segments. Pardon me, I'm a sip of water. I'm a little bit nervous. Can you tell? I don't often get nervous, but I'm here by myself this time. I'd like to show you, we've got a wonderful set of recurring segments here on British Jackie, ladies and gentlemen. We will be featuring a segment called Word on the Street. Word on the Streets will be speaking with local Cambridge residents, local Cambridge workers and local Cambridge visitors right here on the street. That's right, we're going to be taking out our cameras and our crew and going out and speaking with some of these individuals to find out what makes them tick and how they feel about living here in Cambridge and just about other interesting topics that have interest to me, to you, to them, to anybody. We'll bring up some interesting topics and talk about the word on the street. We've got a couple of those here for you tonight, I'm happy to say. Already started that process. Next, we're going to also have wonderful segments. We're going to have Superhero Check-In. I almost forgot. Superhero Check-In. That's right, we've got Superhero Check-In. Okay, so that means local superheroes will be checking in with me, British Jackie, whether I'm in disguise or as myself. They'll be checking in with me and letting us know how things are going on the superhero circuit right here in Cambridge. I bet you didn't know. Did you know there are wonderful superheroes here, right here in Cambridge? It's an absolutely wonderful thing. We've also got another segment. We've got, what else have we got? Word on the Street. We've got, where is Tracy Chevrolet? Where is Tracy Chevrolet? I'm Tracy Chevrolet, actually. But I'm also Jackie, British Jackie. I'm also in disguise as Jody. But so where is Tracy Chevrolet and all of that? Tracy Chevrolet, right? So we've got, where is Tracy Chevrolet? What we've done there is we've got Tracy Chevrolet wandering about the streets of Cambridge, all over Cambridge, right? And what she's doing is she's taking pictures of herself in these very unfamiliar locations, these corners, these little travelled byways and passageways through Cambridge. And we're going to display those pictures for you here on the air on British Jackie. And if you're able to identify where is Tracy Chevrolet, well then call the number you see on your screen right there. That's 617-876-0055. Call that number, okay? And you will be entered into a drawing for a grand, mysterious grand prize. We can't disclose the details just yet, but what you can do is if you get the answer correct, right? You can call us and you can call the station. We'll go through this when we have the segment. We're airing one of those segments here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can remember for now, the format of the show. Basically, we've got demonstrations, we've got guests, we will have music, we'll have drama, we'll have chats, of course, we'll have interviewing. As soon as Rejon gets here, we'll do some of that as well. So tonight I brought some word on the street segments. You can see I will get that loaded up for you. I'm doing my own tech tonight, but wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite an adventure. Here on public access television, I love it so much. I do. I really do. All right, so we go. We hit that button, and we've got, and I'll hit this, and watch what happens. Where, ladies and gentlemen, where is Tracy Chevrolet? We've got a volume, we've got a song that goes with this, because it's very mysterious. We've got a mysterious song. Where is she? If you know the answer, you see that number right there on your screen. You see she's somewhere in Cambridge. But where is Tracy Chevrolet? Feel free to call in with the answer, okay? We'll get back to me now. We'll get back to me. There we are. It's so reassuring to see myself up on the monitor. I don't know why, but it's why I keep coming back, ladies and gentlemen. So again, where is Tracy Chevrolet? Where is she? Actually, ladies and gentlemen, she's right here because I'm Tracy Chevrolet. But before, where is she in that photograph? Somewhere in Cambridge. If you know the answer, please feel free to call in and we'll enter you into that drawing. I've also got a wonderful segment for you, ladies and gentlemen. We've brought word on the street here for the very first time. That's right, word on the street, ladies and gentlemen. We've got word on the street. We'll see if this actually works. Let's see. Word on the street. So far, so good. We've got our very first word on the street segment right here for you. Yes, indeed we do. And we've got a wonderful woman we talked to. I hope the volume is good. We're going to have to turn this up right now to make sure that it's loud, because I know the volume on this was a little sketchy when I previewed it. Word on the street.
So what's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia, do you live in Cambridge?
No, I live in Somerville.
You live in Somerville. Do you work in Cambridge?
No.
No, but you are in Cambridge. You're both in Cambridge.
I think so, yeah.
We're in Cambridge. I think this is, yeah, it looks like we're in Cambridge. So good. What is your favorite shape?
Ooh. I think I like triangles.
Any reason?
Not really. They're just nice.
They are nice. They're balanced.
They are balanced.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm not a big fan of the triangles that have one acute angle and two acute ones. I prefer all acute.
And we'll just get a shot of your outfit. Would that be all right?
Yes, of course.
One moment. All right, here we go. You're Sophia here in Cambridge. We're working with. There it is. It's wonderful. Wow, she's looking really good tonight. And we'll say thank you so much, Sophia, for word on the street on British Jackie.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is Sophia. We're here on Mass Ave in Central Square in Cambridge, where it all happens, right outside this window here. Feel free to walk by and say hello. You can wave through the window. I might not see you because I'm very focused on that camera and on my image in the monitor. You see, I got a little warm, so I decided to remove my jacket. I hope that sets the right tone for the show. The monitor's not like a mirror. I can't really fix my hair. It's all backwards, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got another. If you like that word on the street, then you're in luck, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another word on the street segment that I filmed earlier. Here we go. We're going to see another word on the street coming right up. One moment, please. There we are.
What's your name, sir?
Tom, I'm going to talk about that trash can over there.
Trash can.
Okay. You see that?
There it is. There's Sophia. Yes, there's a trash can behind her.
It's supposed to be environmentally friendly, but I'm down with the environment. Definitely down with the environment.
Thank you, Tom.
We need the environment.
We
but
do,
that
yeah.
trash can, they suck.
And what is it about the trash
It's
can?
broken. You can't throw anything away in it.
Oh, because it's full all the time.
It's full all the time. You can only throw certain size things away in it.
Right.
And you have to touch it.
And it's gross. It's grody, right? It's
Ew.
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was another word on the street. Let me get my bearings here. We hit escape. We go like that, and I'm back. So we've got word on the street from Tom, also here on Mass Ave, right up the street. And speaking of Tom, ladies and gentlemen, there is a show coming up. I believe it's on Friday. They'll be performing in it. Tom will be there as well. It's right up the street, over there Out of the Blue. It's a wonderful, wonderful space, and the show is a benefit for such a wonderful space. You know, ladies and gentlemen, one of my very first gigs was there when I first moved here. That's right, and I'm going there to help support the space, and I hope you can come. Starts at 8. I don't go on till about 11:55. I like the late night sort of things. As you can tell, sort of a late night talk show format here on British Jackie. That's right. So that was a word on the street. If you noticed, Tom actually may have coined the word on the street for the first premiere episode of British Jackie. Pardon me while I check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I think Tom actually coined the word. What do you think of that? Let's play it one more time. What have we got there? He coined the word on the street. What's the word on the street according to Tom? That's right. Tom said it in one word. He was talking about the garbage can, ladies and gentlemen. And that word on the street from Tom was ew. We've got that for you. Tom's able to. And wonderful, we've got Rejon here. Come on in, Rejon. Rejon's made it in. He came all the way from Worcester here to be with us today. And you're right on time. Can you believe how perfect your timing is? I was just about to introduce you, Rejon. Come have a seat next to me. Rejon, and we'll change the camera so we're both on the camera. Push that, push that, push that. And here we are. Look at the two of us. What a nice pair. What a nice pair.
I must
Got
say so
Rejon.
myself. Yeah.
Thank you, Rejon. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Cambridge and welcome to British Jackie.
It's great to be here.
It's a good. I'm glad. I'm so glad you made it. So, Rejon, I wanted to show the picture of you. We got a picture of you. I was supposed to do this before you got here, but we'll do it now. Computer. Let's see. Computer's right there. We'll just do this for fun because you sent it. We want to make the most of all of our opportunities here.
Absolutely.
There's Rejon with the phone number for the TV show we're on right now. And here we are live. That's right. Here we are. Rejon.
All right.
It's so wonderful to see you.
It's great to be here.
So Rejon, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that you've been working on for the past few years. I guess you're still quite a young man.
Yeah.
But you've been busy, have you not?
Stay busy.
Stay busy. One of the things I noticed was, well, let's start at the very beginning, shall we? Rejon, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Mount Vernon, New York.
Mount
So
Vernon.
I grew up in New York.
And where is that relation to, like, Manhattan or?
So the Bronx is here.
Yes.
Mount Vernon is right there.
Okay, so it's just north of the Bronx. And
Yep, just a little
it
bit
is.
north.
Okay. And so there you went to high school there?
Yep.
You did. I know something about you. You may not know this. I've been doing research on Rejon. Like, secret research. It's something I do. So I noticed that you started a project in high school, quite a grand scheme of a project.
Yes,
Would
yes,
you like
I
to?
did.
It's called Maximum Crash, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a graphic for that as well. We'll put that up next. We've got wonderful tech here. Show you the graphic we've got for Maximum Crash. There it is.
Yeah.
Maximum Crash.
Maximum Crash.
Would you like to talk to us about that?
Sure. So Maximum Crash originally started as an artist moniker. So, you know, kind of like a tag name because I used to do a lot of art, a lot of graffiti. I started off as a graphic designer.
Okay.
And
At the age of what?
I was probably 14,
That's
15.
fantastic. It's fantastic.
14, 15
Very
years old.
motivated young man.
Well, you know, I always wanted to do my own thing. And there's always some room to learn, so I was looking for opportunities to learn in an environment that didn't exactly have opportunities for me to learn technology.
I see. So where did you find the opportunities then? You found them on your own?
Yeah, online.
Online. So exploring the internet.
Exploring the internet and connecting with other developers online.
Okay. So you can, alright, so I see you joined a community then, like an online sort of general.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of a community. I found that when I'm on a lot of social media, for example, I'm very quiet. So I like to lurk a little bit.
I see. Good to know. Watch out for Rejon. Look at you in the background. Good to know.
But if I ever had a question, you know, my mom always told me a closed mouth don't get fed. So I ask away.
So you speak up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, tell me about these. So you got interested in these topics by lurking around on the internet, and then what did you do? Where'd you go from there? You sort of took initiative at one point because Maximum Crash, you started that, didn't you?
Yeah. So I started off with a really big project, like most people do. We all have really big ideas when we start off with these kind of grand schemes.
Sure.
And essentially, I was gonna make an RPG about my.
What's an RPG for our audience? We're talking to a game developer here, so we've got a lingo, which I'm familiar with.
So an RPG
Yes.
is a role-playing game. So if you've ever seen Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft, those are two different kind of types of RPGs. In these
Role-playing.
RPGs, you just kind of play as other types of characters. But essentially, it derives from Dungeons and Dragons. So if you've ever seen that game, then you
And
get
that's
the
an
gist.
offline. Dungeons and Dragons is offline.
Yep.
It's in real life, and these take place sort of. I believe they connect people all over the world through the internet.
Absolutely.
I see. So you made one of these then? You had a grand scheme to at least.
So I started one.
Yeah.
And the problem with a project of that scope, right? Scope is a
Yes.
magical word.
It is a magical word I'm familiar with.
It didn't get finished.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm one
What was-
kid
Yeah.
in high school, and I've got to go to school, got to go to work,
That's
and then
right.
I've got this huge project that was a big dream, but I didn't exactly have the skills to finish.
So so what did you do as a result then? You started on it, you realized you couldn't finish it, and then you kept the company going. I think there were other projects on there that I saw when I was lurking about.
Absolutely. So when that project failed, I said, okay, I need to start smaller. I need to get my skills up. So when I focus on getting my skills up, I say, okay, what do I need to do? I need to become a better programmer. I need to become a better musician, or I need to become a better artist, and I have to focus on one.
So you try to specialize then, so you can. I see that.
And I started specializing in programming, coming from a
did.
graphic design background.
I see. So it was more of a natural kind of transition to go from the computer, right from the graphic design on the computer to the programming, and you're familiar with that. I see.
Yep. That's because
Interesting.
I used to lurk around on MySpace, and MySpace had the
see.
HTML open, so I learned web development through just essentially using MySpace and putting blingy all over my MySpace page.
Putting what?
Blingy.
Blingy, which is like gems and sparkly things.
Yeah, really sparkly animations
Yeah.
all over.
Oh, I
the
see,
page.
like GIFs, those sort of things.
Yeah,
GIFs.
yeah.
All right. So yeah. So you learned how to input those in because they didn't come with a template, I assume. So you had to figure out how to do that on your own.
Some people had templates, but
Right.
I took the initiative to kind of teach myself that as well.
And then, as it turns out, it's quite a lucrative sort of opportunity for programmers today. There's such in demand. It's a wonderful thing. You can get jobs especially right here in Cambridge, you can get jobs all over the place. They're always looking for people. They co-op them at the game development meetups, don't they?
Absolutely.
They do. They give us free pizza. You should try going to one of these things. Go to meetup. They've got game development meetups. Isn't that right? It's where we met at one that was
Absolutely.
something like
We
that.
met at
Free pizza.
Playcrafting.
We met at
Playcrafting.
Playcrafting. Yeah. And so I wanted to ask you about games in general. What when you're making a game, or when you're concepting a game, designing a game, what are some of the features that you've seen and would like to incorporate that sort of speak to you specifically as an artist, as a game developer, that would bring the game to something that you would be interested in either playing or developing?
Okay. So somebody that I kind of follow metaphorically, his name is Gunpei Yokoi. And Gunpei Yokoi started off as a janitor at Nintendo, and essentially is the father of the directional pad, or the D-pad. He is also the teacher of Miyamoto, so he kind of took Miyamoto, the maker of Mario and Zelda, under his wing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Gunpei Yokoi passed away in a fatal car accident, but his design theory was there's no need to really create something brand new when we can use what we already have to create something brand new.
I see. I see.
And that ideology went into creating the Game Boy, for example, that used age technology to create kind of a dot matrix game system, which essentially made it cheaper and more accessible. And that's
Right.
something that I focus on when developing my own games.
So in other words, I've heard of this from a different source. This woman named Janet Murray, who was a teacher. Have you heard of Janet Murray? She's an academic who's actually teaching game design or basically new media design, and she was talking about this in a book she wrote called Inventing the Medium. It's talking about cyber art and cyber media and ways we can use it. She said something very similar. It was like, you don't need to redesign the wheel. You want to make things familiar to people, not change everything all at once, or they'll be like, what am I doing? How do I handle this?
Right.
Just one thing, keep the format. You don't need to, instead of swipe, punch or something, just keep the swipe, but put the content different or the something else different. So,
Right.
yeah, that kind of thing.
And it's also about an appreciation of what we already have.
Right.
So
Right, not knocking sort of what
right,
we've kind of
it's
been
like
doing.
recycled design per se.
Right, and this is all virtual stuff, digital stuff that you're talking about.
Yep.
Features. Interesting. And then, and what, back to Maximum Crash, so you can incorporate these ideas now into this project. Are you currently working on anything through that overhead, or is it something you plan to get back to, or what's the?
So I've been working on a lot of projects right now.
Okay.
Primarily, I've been working with the Worcester Bravehearts.
Okay.
I have a game with them.
And the Worcester Bravehearts is the football team.
They're a baseball team.
Okay, I knew I was going to get the sports are not my sort of specialty. Thank you for correcting me.
Not a problem. Interestingly, they're all games, right? So,
Yeah, they're all games. They've all got balls. They've all got guys running around. Yes.
But I'm currently working on the sequel to a baseball game I made a couple of years ago that won me a few awards and is primarily why I'm known for what I do now, called Starlot Derby.
What's it called again?
Starlot Derby.
Starlot Derby. Okay, so is it online? Is it available for people?
So the first version absolutely is. If you have an Android, it's available.
Oh, so it's a phone game. It's a mobile game.
Yep, it's a mobile game.
Good for you.
And
Quite a market there.
I highly recommend playing the Bravehearts version. It's a more upgraded version. I'd call it Starlot Derby 1.5.
Starlot Derby. What's it called?
Starlot Derby.
Starlot Derby.
So like Sandlot, but instead of sand, it's star.
Okay. And so what's the sequel got going on that the original didn't have?
So I've actually been keeping it under wraps for a very long time.
Okay, we've got secrets.
but
We will reveal when the
revealed
time
here
comes.
today.
Oh, here we go. We've got information coming out right from the
So
source.
Starlot Derby 2
Yeah.
has a pitching mode now. It
Okay.
also has a couple of new features with the primary mechanics, which was just batting. There is a charge mechanic, so you can kind of charge your swing and release at different times to get more points. There's more chances to hit more seagulls. And a fan favorite of Starlot Derby is the Fever game. And a Fever game is essentially when you get a certain streak, you are put into this Atari-like game. So it turns into Breakout, it turns into Pong.
Oh, wow.
With Starlot Derby 2, I'm kind of taking that idea and expanding it. You know, I kind of said, okay, you know, what Atari games haven't I kind of bit off of yet? So there's two new Fever games right now. There's probably going to be more. I don't want to talk about that yet.
So there's two within this one sequel.
There's 2 plus 2 is 4.
4. So, and these are sort of games within a game. So you're playing baseball, and all of a sudden you're launched into like outer space. You're playing asteroids or
Right.
something along those lines.
And
Right.
it's the idea behind that is to make sure the gameplay stays fresh, and
Right.
it's also to like make it feel more familiar. Taking a basic concept as baseball, and essentially changing the perspective of what we think about baseball. Because I'm not actually the biggest fan of sports. I'm not the biggest fan of baseball. And I said, okay, if I was to make a baseball game today, what kind of baseball game would I want to play? And I'm typically a fan of more arcade sports games.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm going to make an arcade sports game.
So what? I mean, I'm curious about that. You said other perspectives on baseball. Like, what sort of other ideas about baseball would you like to sort of be able to bring into your to be able to share with people through the experience of the game?
So what I like to focus on when I'm making my games is not what you do, but how you do it.
Okay.
And a lot of baseball games nowadays, they're focused on the athletes, they're focused on the celebrities, and they're focused on the ideas behind them. And they're not really focused more on the gameplay where, the idea is to kind of not really simulate the experience, but have fun with the experience. I didn't want to make a game that somebody could put down and go outside and play.
Right.
I didn't want to make, a game you could play in real life. Essentially, I have the creative ability to create these unique and different type of mechanics that feel familiar, but essentially are new to our players.
I see. So it's like giving them another experience in addition to playing baseball. Now they're playing Starlot Derby, which is like baseball, but it's its own thing as well. So they're having another experience. So just a repertoire of what they've done in their lives, a little bit, sort of add diversity to people's experience of baseball.
Absolutely.
I see. It's very interesting. It's very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I wish you best of luck with Starlot Derby. And when does the sequel, when can we look for this?
Look
And
for
where?
it next year,
Next year,
2018.
2018. All right, so you're working on it. And what else have you got going on? Have you got other things competing with? Are you still a student?
I am.
You are?
I'm still
You're a full-time
a
student.
Yep.
So he's doing all this, ladies and gentlemen, while in school full-time.
And I also work full time.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my dear. Oh my God.
And I teach at the public library every Friday.
What are you teaching then?
I teach game development to
You
kids.
teach, oh, that's wonderful.
Kind of trying to pass it forward.
Absolutely. Right, because it sort of like once you've discovered it, it's like not everybody is going to come across it in their own path. It's good to bring it to people in that direct way.
Right. And you know, a lot of kids may not have the skills or even you know, the classes that get them interested in this type of thing. You know, we've got 8 to 13, even 16-year-olds coming in interested in making games, but they don't have any actual access to this information until they get to college.
Right, so this gives them like a preview of what they can maybe start working towards or something.
Right, and the idea is to kind of create a portfolio piece for them at that age.
Right.
Something that I wish I had when I was at that age.
Right. So actually, Rejon, we've got about 30 seconds left.
Oh.
Can you believe how quickly that went? Our first premiere episode of British Jackie, man. Such a wonderful guest. Such an interesting topic, game development. It really is. It's because it encompasses so many things. It's so powerful.
Absolutely.
I find it. I work in it myself. And I've got a game that I made, but it looks like we're out of time. We'll play that the next time you come on the show.
Not a problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 10 seconds. Rejon, thank you so much for bringing on British Jackie. And we'll have you again. I hope you can come back sometime and give us an update on Starlight Derby. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching British Jackie. Thank you so much.